My name's Danielle and I am Most High Foods. I created the company because as Kenny said, I'm a sickle cell sufferer. I found out I had sickle cell at the age of 13 and...
1 second, did you say 30?
13,
oh.
1 3. And being a teenager, it was really difficult. Finding out you had a blood disorder and having a doctor tell you that you can't do so many things. And it affected how I reacted to a lot of things in life through my teens because of how I was explained to look after myself and all the barriers that I was faced because I was told I couldn't have children. I probably wouldn't live to see 30. I'm 38 now. So I think that was always my drive, was to prove my doctor wrong. So I went through a lot of complications with my health over the years, and I think I got to having my last child. I also was told I couldn't have children. I have 3.
Amen.
Of 19, 20 this year. My middle child is 8, coming on 9, and I have a 5 going on 6-year-old. And one thing that I will tell anyone with a disability is any disorder or ailment is do not listen to your doctors when they tell you cannot. Your body has its own limitations. It's down to you whether you can make it push past those barriers and disprove your doctors. It's not down to a medical professional, it's down to you. So with going through that experience of not being told and then realising that I could, from having my first child, then my second and my third, I said, obviously, what the NHS and other health organisations have out there is not sustainable for a sickle cell sufferer. They do not understand our blood disorder. They don't understand how it makes us feel emotionally as well as physically. Yes, you can look under a microscope and understand the blood disorder that way, but it's not just about our blood. It's a lot more than just our blood. So this is why I went on my mission and I've done a diploma in nutritional therapy. That was the first step of finding what works for me and my body. And I began to realise, studying food and health, that I was able to cut down the amount of painkillers and morphine that I was on. And just from that, I saw a huge improvement in my health, my hair growth, me being able to feel less tired in the day and keep up with my children. So obviously when you think, you've got the energy boost and you're onto a good thing, I got more and more interested into nutrition and health, and I'm now doing a degree in human nutrition and health in the Greenwich University, because I would like to one day be able to also teach people how I manage my sickle cell. I've not had a blood transfusion for 3 years now.
Woo!
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you. And I still have sickle cell crises, don't get me wrong, because I overdo it sometimes. I don't know when to sit down, keep myself quiet, because I've got to always be doing something. And I think any sickle cell sufferer knows when you are told you cannot, you're proving that person wrong. So another downfall to that is overdoing it. But yeah, I basically set up Most High Foods to help other sickle cell sufferers and people with health issues to overcome their health issues, to also change their mindset of how they see themselves, their diet, and have an understanding of what is good for your body. Could be good for one person, but not you per se. Everybody's genealogy and DNA is different, so we have to compensate for that and help people in that way. And this is really important for people with sickle cell anemia, because each and every sickle cell sufferer suffers differently. We don't all take the same medications because we can't, for whatever specific reasons, to our body, and this is all the way down the line with how we eat. And a thing that annoys me about the black community is we love too much sugar. We love too much carbohydrates. And technically we're not taught how to eat. Yes, you can have carbohydrates, but not 3 times a day. Have it once a day. Balance it out. So these things is what I bring to the black community, to people with sickle cell, to people with health issues that don't get the basic explanation, simple understanding of how your medication reacts with you, what you need to do to maintain good stomach health, etc. when you are taking these things. So that's why I created Most High Foods.
Thank you, Daniel. So would you say that basically your diet is part of a way of keeping health when it comes to sickle cell?
Definitely. With every blood disorder, illness, even cancer, it's all about your diet. What you put into your body is what you get out. If you have a diesel car and you put oil or whatever the case, what other petrol, with all that stuff, but you know what I mean. If you put the wrong petrol in your car doesn't work. It's the same as the body. You have to maintain your body in the naturalist way that you can. And technically, we don't need meat to survive. Meat slows the human body down.
And how long have you been in a hospital? Anything in this diet?
Well, I haven't been admitted into hospital for 3 years, and I haven't had a blood transfusion for 3.5 years.
Wow, so that's proof that it works, guys.
Thank you.
Finally, how can our guests contact you in regards to your supplements?
I am on Instagram and Facebook. You can put me in at Most High Foods Limited. On Instagram, it's just Most High Foods, and you'll see the ant come up, big and yellow. You can't miss me. And on Facebook, it's Most High Foods Limited as well. And via both pages, you can contact me either through email or message.
Thank you so much.